becoming better, smarter, learning new skills, and becoming a better version of oneself. These are the current trends of society. Okay, so let me talk about a skill which is completely different in nature, to create more balance and to move away from our mostly self-centered tendencies. Let's focus more on others. Therefore, that skill is way more important. Even if it is your own life which you want to enjoy, you also want to have others who are part of it, right? Therefore, let me talk about that skill. Maybe you have heard of it already. Active listening. Okay, why active listening? First of all, I think we all have insecurities or certain topics that we would like to share. Maybe you had a bad day, or maybe you want to share something about your good mood. I mean, it could be really everything. Apart from that, not everyone has the possibility to visit a psychologist because there are extremely long waiting hours, and if your insurance does not cover the costs, it can become extremely pricey. Therefore, many people can't even afford it. And why not spending some time for your friend or family member and simply listen to him or her? Many studies have shown that simply talking about an issue can help. Doesn't matter whether you are a professional psychoanalyst, behaviorist, or guru. You can be like a simple normal friend or mother or father. If you know someone who is struggling right now or needs some attention, simply talk to them and listen to their ideas, thoughts, and what they want to share with you. Give that person the needed time to express themselves. And I also think that active listening is a pretty, I would say, a very natural skill for humans, because it's just like the most normal thing to listen to other people. But I also think that by now we kind of lost that skill because we lost ourselves in our own minds and self-centered way of thinking, behaving, and living, even if we don't want to admit it. And I don't want to exclude myself, it also applies to me. But to apply that skill, you need to listen. No distractions, no phone, no other thoughts, not thinking that you are such a good person because of what you're doing right now, not demanding anything, not even trying to help that person or trying to change the person, because then there's that risk of giving only tips how to do better and all that stuff, but then you're only lost in your own thoughts and not really focused on what that person is actually trying to say. You're always somewhere else, but not with that person. Only listening, simply looking into the eyes of the other person and trying to provide a secure and comfort atmosphere. An atmosphere in which the other person can really open up. An atmosphere in which you would like to open up. I doubt that many people are able and also willing to provide such a simple but profound atmosphere, because in this moment it is not about yourself, it is only about the other person. So here are some tips and facts how you can improve your active listening. Generally speaking, active listening requires a high level of self-awareness. So you should be practicing how to be aware of yourself, aware of your own feelings and thoughts. When the other person is talking to you, it simply means that this person is sharing his or her thoughts. If you're not able to be aware of your own thoughts, you will probably have a hard time to understand other people's thoughts. And first of all, I'm more talking about listening. After listening comes understanding, but first of all you need to listen, and not only listening to their words but also to their story that is behind their words, that you can really grasp the meaning. I found it very helpful to focus on one's own breath as it is done in meditation, because when you're always focused on one thing, and you don't start to drift away with your mind and simply stop listening and thinking about other things. So try to focus on one thing. This might help, at least it helps me. Okay, let me also talk about a more critical point, because the other person needs to have this feeling of being understood. And this is not possible if you only nick the whole time with your head and say, yes, I mean, this can be very helpful to communicate, okay, I'm listening to you, but if you overdo it, the other person will realize it, first of all, and it will be kind of unnatural. And if you're only thinking about when to nick with your head and say yes and you're not listening to that person, you're lost in your own thoughts. And I mean, the main reason is to listen to the other person, right? So don't overdo it. It's a nice thing, but please be aware of it. Okay, let's summarize it quickly. First of all, create an environment which is safe. Then the second point, really try to be patient, even if it's hard, and try to show your own interest in what is being said. And then the fourth point, it's really important that there are no distractions. Really only take time for that person and really be there, not just physically, but really mentally and emotionally. And in the end, it's also helpful to give some feedback, but don't drift into this, okay, let me give you an advice, you need to do this or that. This listening part is way more important. And this is how it's done in therapy. Okay, maybe you're not a professional therapist, but still, it will definitely help the person if you really show your personal interest and want to spend some of your own time only listening to that person. If you have the feeling that you should take some time and talk to a close person, please like the video and also do it and talk to that person. I'm certain that this person will appreciate it. And if you're kind of uncertain and do not know how and where to start, simply share this video with that person and use it as a starting point for your conversation. Trust me, it will definitely make things less complicated. Simply ask that person what he or she thinks about this video, and maybe you're going to have a conversation and you can listen to him or her. Otherwise, I wish you an awesome day. My name is Till and this is Till Talk.